Hello, welcome back. So this is like the end of my last episode. We got to this elevator, it had a warning on it. If you're about to progress your adventure, make sure you tie up any loose ends for advancing. So I assume this is like the end of Act 1. So we're gonna go ahead now and see what happens. Alright. Yankee Knights are gifted red dragon mounts as part of the pact of the gift. Their first leader in the evil goddess Tiamat. Use custom markers on your map, track quests, hostile locations, or areas of interest. Oh, we got a... Yep, leave Act... We got an achievement for leaving Act 1. There you go. So that was the end of Act 1. Alright. Not quite what I was expecting to see when we got here. So that's the elevator. Infiltrate Moonrise Towers.
We offer our prayers to the Dark Lady, whose comfort and grace heals all.
Alright. Oh, wow. There's a box there. Let's check the box out first.
We offer ourselves to the darkness, that blessed Shah may give us her mercy.
Okay. I need to... Didn't actually put it on the screen.
We offer ourselves to the darkness, that blessed Shah may give us her mercy.
Okay, we offer ourselves to darkness, blessed Shar may give us her mercy, I believe is what it says. I have the volume on kind of low, so I don't, because I'm recording, so I can barely hear a lot of this stuff. Oh, another plaque.
We offer our pain to the Lady of Loss, that she may truly know her faithful.
Huh. Okay, Shadowheart, get your
A long way to go still.
butt over here.
A lock? How tempting.
Nice.
We offer ourselves to the darkness, that blessed Shah may give us her mercy.
We offer ourselves to the darkness, that blessed Shar may give us her mercy.
No one stopped me yet.
So Shadowheart probably knows all that stuff already. Do they have anything to say now that we're in Act 2?
Well met.
No. Guy over there.
Who there, wanderer? Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
May I inquire if perchance you retain among your traveling companions a man who adheres to the given name of Gale?
Oh wow, it's Elminster. He made an appearance in the original Baldur's Gate game. Apparently he's like a pretty important figure in the Forgotten Realms, right? So, like he's in some of the books and stuff. I didn't expect to see him in this game, but I guess he is. Like I said, he wasn't in Baldur's Gate 2 or Throne of Ball, but he was in the original game. It's just kind of like he'd pop up and say random stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure why he's here, but whatever. I know who this is, but apparently my character doesn't, but we can ask. May I inquire who is inquiring? That's a fun line, I like it. May I inquire who is inquiring?
Should it be the nature of our acquaintance that interests you, well, you may safely classify Gale and I as friends. Should it be the nature of your present interlocutor that you desire to drag from the dark and unknown, I shall be glad to aid in your quest for illumination and identify myself as Elminster. Elminster Ormar. Now, if this answer satisfies you, let us linger no longer in this limbo of indecision, but settle on your knowledge of the individual I seek.
I do know you, Gale, yes. He's in our camp at the moment.
ever a man of leisure. Would it pain you greatly to assist me along the little voyage I intend to undertake to this aforementioned camp?
Funny, he's actually popped in right behind me. I don't know, it's kind of funny. It's like, because he was at my camp, but now he's right behind me for some reason. Said, it'd be my pleasure.
And I would confirm it to be so. Please. After you.
Alright, I said this, so that's a bug. I guess you're supposed to have Gale for that. He said, yeah, Karlach's back in my party. Like, Karlach disappeared for a second, and then... Oh, there you go. Hey, Elminster has a exclamation point.
My thanks for your excellent guidance. Ah, and yonder I spy the object of my pursuit.
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
I don't understand. How so on my behalf?
I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale. You know of whom I speak.
But why? Out with it, Elminster. Please.
Young man, has your sojourn away from Waterdeep washed away your decorum as well as your patience? Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare, worthy of the name. Drank naught but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you won't begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it?
I suppose we could part with a few of our rations.
And a great kindness that would be. See, Gale? Even in these barren parts, the art of hospitality begets inspired new works. If only one keeps up the practice.
Oh, for the love of...
Fine, fine. I'll turn a deaf ear to the clarion calls with which my scorned stomach beseeches me. Graver matters are at hand. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will. Words ladled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster!
Right. You see, well, that is to say, Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mistra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
I'm surprised she sent you here in the first place after Gale's debacle.
Thank you for that most considerate reminder.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mistra would consider... forgiveness?
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness. Mistra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils.
You wouldn't happen to know of a cure, would you? Some all-powerful parasite withering spell, perhaps?
Alas, The creature that afflicts you, the ill-begotten magic that it weaves, is inextricably conjoined with both the greater purpose and the greater master that it serves. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mystra's belief that only you can.
Gale alone? How so?
The orb.
Precisely. Mystra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
He's pretty much telling Gale to commit suicide, isn't he? Yeah, that wouldn't be a jerk response. That's monstrous. You're tasking him to kill himself.
He is not. But it seems that Mystra is.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mystra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute. And for your sacrifice, you will be redeemed. Such is Mystra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid.
Meine Hastra Mistraril Idalion Thras Annas Dithra.
It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
There's still a long journey ahead. We'll find another way.
Or some other fortune altogether.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you.
Alright. Got a repairing the weave achievement. Now we can talk to Gale more, I guess.
An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days.
He didn't seem much of a friend, showing up and demanding you kill yourself.
It's not a demand he wanted to make of me. As Mistress Chosen, he had no choice but to deliver her message, however much it pained him to do so. For Mistra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left.
You're seriously considering doing what Elminster said?
Of course. He offered the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the Absolute will be gone, and I along with it.
I don't understand. Can't Mistra just destroy the Absolute or Elminster himself?
I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have. And only I can wield it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's always been weird about the Forgotten Realms, because there's like the over-god Ao, who's like said, gods aren't supposed to meddle in the affairs of mortals, but the evil gods are much more willing to do that anyway. Like the original trilogy is all about like, like how gods became mortal for a time, and then, right, and a lot of them got killed, but Baal, like, he decided to have a bunch of mortal progeny stuff, like, it's kind of like, a lot of weird stuff like that. I don't know. I always, like, said some weird things about, like, how the Forgotten Realms pantheon's structured. That always kind of bothered me, but it is what it is. It is the setting, so... it's one of the older settings in Dungeons & Dragons from, like they said, definitely one of the older settings, so... It is what it is. It's pretty well established, so you just kind of roll with it, you know? There's surely another way.
If there was, I'm sure the goddess of magic and the greatest wizard who ever lived would have identified it. But alas, only one solution is offered. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating.
I'm sure we'll find it, Gale, I promise.
Then I suppose there is nothing more to be done but find the heart of the Absolute and stop its beating.
Alright, well that was kinda grim.
Oh, was that Gale's granddad?
That was Elminster Omar, the most famous wizard in the realms.
It doesn't ring a bell. But all right. Must have had something important to say to Gale if he came all this way. Good news, I hope.
I don't think it was. Turns out Gale has an explosive bomb in his chest, and Mistra has asked him to use it to blow up the heart of the Absolute.
Whoa now, he's got a... Well, I guess that would explain a little, but... Mistra? I mean, this is a lot to take in. What's he going to do?
I think he's going to follow through with it.
Fuck me. There's devotion and then there's stupidity. If the god of magic can't handle this without sacrificing Gale, she's no god at all. Poor Gale. He must be in bits after hearing that. I'll distract him. Tell him I haven't read a book since secondary school. Watch his face melt off.
A shame my first brush with the famed Elminster couldn't be a tad more optimistic. Listen, I might invoke the Triad from time to time, appeal to Helm, but I'm no man of faith. Not like Gale. I don't know what drives a man to consider his own death, among countless others, to be an appropriate exchange for his goddess's forgiveness. To me, it all sounds like nonsense. The faith that matters most is that which you hold in yourself, in the ones that most matter to you. Big Bomb be damned. Gale's got everything he needs to defeat the Absolute already. Talent, nerve, and powerful allies at his side. I hope he'll come to see that.
Alright. He's not a religious man like some people are. Oh, she's right here. Shadowheart's just right here.
I can't believe Mistra actually expects Gale to just sacrifice himself like that. Seems like a waste of a fine mind.
Huh. That's all she has to say about it?
Fine. What's on your mind?
Interesting. I'd expect her to say more about it. Like, you know, considering how faithful she is to her own deity, I'm surprised she would have, like, issues with Gale following his. But, hey, a lot of people are hypocritical, you know what I mean? And Shadowheart doesn't surprise me that Shadowheart be a hypocrite.
The Shadow Curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But, with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
We're in the midst of the Shadow Curse now. Is there any more you can tell us about how to lift it?
This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young Fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations, but since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once.
What should I look for exactly?
I can't be exact, unfortunately. Time and the Shadow Curse won't have been kind to any traces that would have been left behind. A living witness is unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps there'll be an unliving witness, or some lingering echo of what we seek. Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it.
Still feeling at home with us? The surroundings are less bucolic, I understand.
It's not easy seeing the ravages of the Shadow Curse. But your camp is a most welcome solace. You've shared your fire with me, your company. A small pocket of light against the darkness. But one I couldn't do without. Thank you.
Is there something I could do to take your mind off things, perhaps?
I can think of a thing or two. But in truth, it is for the best that the curse consumes my thoughts for now. This is the best chance I've had in a century. I cannot squander it. But if I succeed, if I break the curse, then perhaps there will be time for myself again. And for others.
Oh, I guess that was like a flirty line. Didn't read it that way, but I'm like, oh, his response, like, oh, I guess that's like a flirty line. Ah, well. Not really what I want to do. I'm not the kind of person, like I said, I'm very gynophilic, you know? Like, I like girls. I don't know. But I'm not even much for romancing and RPGs anyway. Kind of romancing Shadowheart, though. That was kind of... We kind of walked into that one on accident, because I still have this stuff goes over my head, so... Like I said, I don't get a lot, like I said, all those romantic kind of lines, like, oh wait, is that supposed to be a romantic theme? Well, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, it looks like that's that for that, so let's save. and leave camp. Had a warning message. Yeah, that was weird. He just Elminster popping up. What a weird place to find Elminster, that's for sure. So I think we're still like on by like the Grimforge. Technically, this is still like maybe this is like the entrance of the Grimforge. Or what used to be the entrance to the Grimforge. The Shadow Curse Lands. Alright, let's do this.